How many of you have been investing in gold most recently? And this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. How many of you, just type a me in the room, how many of you have been investing in gold most recently? Joey, tell me if anybody's answering.
Yes.
All right. So with that being said, why is gold on the rise? Let's talk about that real quick. With all of the money that's out there as far as stimulus, what's happening to the dollar? The dollar is starting to get devalued. With the dollar getting devalued, where are people running to? Well, people, for the most part, when people get scared, they go to gold because gold tends to be a place of safety. But this was done a couple of days, actually yesterday. Gold falls as weak data dent broader market sentiment again. When the market starts getting better, starts rising again, or if the dollar gets stronger, because the Fed can use another tool to buoy the economy. If the Fed drops the interest rates again to zero or less or negative interest rates, what will that do to the dollar? All right, just think about that. What will it do will it help the dollar or hurt the dollar? If they're lowering the interest rates, most likely it's going to help the dollar. So they haven't done that yet, but as we put a lot of money into the economy, the dollar starts to get devalued, people run after gold. All right, investing on gold traded like a risk asset again on Wednesday, falling alongside oil and equities while other haven assets rallied against the backdrop of a dismal economic data. All right, so normally what goes with gold, silver and gold tend to follow each other. So let's just talk about it. This was just the icing on the cake just to look at the story. What I want to do is go into the software, and for gold, I do have a stock that I'm looking at for gold, and it's the HUI, the gold bugs. It is an ETF. And I often use this as a means to determine whether or not it's a good time to be in gold. On our daily color guard reports on Monday, we do talk about gold. I'm going to open this up. Notice that as an ETF, though, the gold bugs are a buy recommendation. RT is nicely high on it, so gold is moving. Let's right-click on it, view the stock graph. As gold was rocking and rolling because the dollar was getting devalued, look at the move on gold. Let's put this on a 3-month graph. Where's my layout for? Nope, not that one. No, not that one either. Dang it. This is using the 3 and the 8. I don't want to use the 3 and the 8. Let's go change this up a second. Let's go still using EMA, but I'm going to change this to a 20. 20. And someone asked me last week, why am I moving now to a 20 EMA? Because a lot of these stocks that we're looking at in the news, I want to look at them more from a swing trade perspective. In the Jockey Club, we use the 3 and the 8 more for a trading perspective. But in these sessions, when we're looking at stocks from the news, I want to look at these more so from a swing trade perspective. I do want volume, but volume is not on there. All right, so what's the HUI doing? Over the last couple of weeks, coming off a session of the low, the HUI did jump above that 20-day exponential moving average, fell, jumped up, and now is staying above that. And I like that right now. It's challenging the 3-month high, open candle, but it's a bearish candle. The stock gapped down this morning, started at the bottom of the candle and went up. That's why the candle is open. It's an open candle, breaking through a level of resistance sitting at 245.62. It closed here. Still closed higher than that. Today it's higher than that. Yesterday was higher than that, and today it's still higher than that. That's a good point of knowing that the stock's price over the last 4 days has closed above this level of resistance. Would love to see if it can challenge this next level of resistance sitting at 261.88. So gold is on the rise, but over the last couple of days, what's gold doing? Starting to stammer out a little bit, starting to move sideways. If you're playing gold stocks, tighten the stops on them. That's all I got to say about that. If you're not in gold stocks right now, I don't think I would touch them just quite yet. Not just quite yet. But that's looking at the gold bugs overall. I'm going to do this now. Let's close out of that graph. We have a watch list of just gold stocks. Here they are. All right, this is one of the benefits of being here on Trending Thursday. How many gold stocks am I looking at? 47. If at any time I want to take a look at an industry, so the HUI is above that 20-day exponential moving average. It has been for 4 days. If I want to see what gold stocks are moving, how about I have this watch list of stocks sorted by percent price change? How about I cherry pick the ones that are moving up the most today? And how about Hecla Mining is it? Up over 3%. Let's take a look at the stocks that are up at least 1% today from this watch list. And let's go look at, view the stock graph. How about this? Put this on a 3-month graph. Stock is up today. Am I really comfortable with that? Look at that. Sitting right at a level of resistance. The stock's price is having a hard time breaking out of that level of resistance. Probably not touching it yet. What else? I like Royal Gold. Look at that. Going above the 20-day exponential moving average, broke above a level of resistance at 107.16, moving higher. I like that. I do like that stock. What I don't like, though, is the falling volume. But even though it was falling here, look at the pickup on volume. More people starting to jump on board with it. If I'm looking at a gold stock as a possibility, this is one. Let's go to the next one. Yamana Gold. Little dip as the stock dip. When it dips, you dip, we dip. How does that song go? Put your hands around my hips. When you dip, I dip, we dip. All right, anyway, it fell, volume fell. It rose, volume rose. I like that. The stock's got a level of resistance sitting at 494. It's got a little bit of ways to go. Love that it's above the 20-day. Next one, same thing with Kinross Gold. Challenging its level of resistance. Would love to see if it can break above that level of resistance. KNTMF, K92 Mining. A lot of people have made a lot of money on this stock. Be careful right now. Not as promising as some of the other gold stocks we just looked at. WPM. You don't know about all of these stocks, but how about we're getting ready to introduce you? Look at these stocks. Challenging that level of resistance. What else is in here real quick? MMX, pulling back. Wouldn't touch that one just quite yet. I like AEM. Look at it running, coming up to a level of resistance at 53.97. Man, some of these stocks look good. WDOFF, not ready to touch that one yet. Right. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.